Hey guys, this is just a quick unboxing of the Line 6 Helix LT, which I'm super duper excited about. It just came this morning, featuring my cat over there. You can see him in the corner. Now let's just get this out of the box. We have to kind of... There's a sleeve on the outside that you have to slide off there. Wow, this is pretty cool. On the back of the box, you know, this kind of, it looks like a box for a console or something. The font actually reminds me a lot of Tesla. Now, do I need scissors? No, I should be fine. Cool, let's have a look. Pretty nice packaging. So there's like a... what looks like a branded USB or something there. I'm not sure what this actually is. It's pretty cool though. I mean, maybe it has drivers or software on it so that you can use this as an audio interface, because you can plug it in with USB. Cool. So, let's get this out of here. Yes, it's very fascinating, isn't it, buddy? Cool, so we'll just leave the actual unit over on the side here and have a look at the other stuff in the case. So, power cable, adequately Australian power cable. What else? This is USB. So, this guy is standard USB 3 probably. An Allen key in there to USB-B. Which will be on the back of the unit. Nice little, I mean, God, it doesn't look like it even comes with a manual. I mean, that's the kind of time we live in, I guess. Things don't really need to. Cool. So this is just a cheat sheet. A bunch of quick stuff. Exactly what you need to sort of get started, I think. And they do claim that this thing is so easy to use that you want to... Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay. Let's get the actual thing in here. You always think when people do unboxing videos and they have their cat completely in the way that they're just exaggerating. But, yeah, it seems like that's actually the case. So, look, there it is. I am going to give you the satisfaction of watching me peel off this little screen protector thing. Ah, the best. Cool. Amazingly simple. That's it. That's all there is, basically. I'll set it up and do a video or two of just screwing around, and then hopefully I'll get to do a sort of full, really in-depth review, because I have a feeling that there is a bottomless pit of tweaking that's available inside this thing. So, I've just spent most of today messing around with the Helix, and people certainly aren't exaggerating when they say that it's super easy to use. The way that the patches are laid out and designed and that kind of thing is really logical. I only had to look a couple of things up in the manual, which you can just find on Google, and it turns out that that's what's on the USB stick. The manual's on there. I should have thought of that, but anyway. I've actually been... At first I was editing stuff through the hardware, but since then I've just downloaded the app that they provide, and you can just edit it all on the computer, and it's much easier. It's better for your back, I think, than leaning over and tweaking the knobs and stuff. So I did spend, God, an hour or two just going through every possible amp and, you know, all the cabs and that kind of stuff, and then I updated it and there were even more, and so I had to go through all those as well, you know, installing the impulse responses, that kind of thing. But I'll show you some of the sounds that I've been making, and what I decided to try and do was set up a preset bank for a couple of the songs that I am going to hopefully be playing live with my band now in colour. So our first single that's coming out is called Drift. You might have seen sort of the little previews that we've been posting. It comes out exactly a week from now, on Thursday the 22nd of March. So I thought I would try and design some of the sounds that are used in that song. So I don't know if you would have heard this, but the song essentially opens with this nice like twinkly synth part, and then the guitar comes in and it's like a clean compressed guitar tone. So you can probably hear, let me just play that again, there's like a little synth swell in at the beginning. So I was trying to think what we were going to do about that, and I thought it would be really cool if I could do something like that on guitar, and I was thinking maybe I could do a volume swell, you know, playing a chord, and somehow figure out a way to, you know, use the looper in here to like loop the echoed part in the background while I played something else. But I figured out an even cooler solution, I think, which is that the Helix actually has some basic, very basic synth-related stuff in there. You can have like a flat chord of 3 or 4 notes, or you can have a synth that kind of replicates what you play. It figures out what pitch you're playing and it tries to do that as well. So I basically created a flat C chord, just a CGC, like, what do they call that? Like a perfect chord, I guess. I just created that in the background, and what I actually did was I bound the volume on just the synth part, which is one of the lanes, to the volume pedal. So what I can actually do is at the beginning of the song I can use the volume pedal to bring in a nice little synth thing, and then underneath that I've got the clean guitar part. So I think that's really cool. And then when the verse comes in, I can just depress back to the hill, and the synth disappears. And we can have a nice clean, what do you call it, verse part. So this clean sound has a nice, sort of interesting sounding reverb on it, which reverb even is it? It is the Adriatic delay. So kind of evokes, what do you call it, like image of the sea, but you can probably hear that in the, oh, you know what, I'll use the line in, so you should be able to hear it. It's a pretty heavy kind of delay there, with obviously some reverby kind of elements to it as well. It's quite wide, but I like it a lot. And compressed guitar. I think it sounds pretty cool. So that'll be used for the clean bits, and then I have a low gain rhythm tone, which is more for that first chorus, like cleans up really nicely. I'm still getting used to the width on this neck. An interesting thing about this particular 7-string is that the neck is actually very narrow that way, so the strings are super close together, and I'm still sort of getting used to like not hitting like an F sharp when I actually mean to hit a not hitting a F sharp when I mean to hit like a B. So I think that tone's pretty cool. It actually sounds, it's a little bit sort of boomy on that middle pickup selection, but for the chords I'm mainly using it for the bridge pickup. But yeah, I really like how that one sounds, and then I've got just a totally dry, kind of boring, same as the clean sound, but totally dry, because that's in there's a bridge bit, which is just like hits on those notes in unison. And then I've got like a nice kind of hairy, high gain rhythm sound that I've had a lot of fun playing with. Yeah. This is only one thing that I've been experimenting with. Like I'm quite picky about the way that my like very overdriven stuff sounds, but I think it's yeah, definitely got some attitude to it, but it sounds really good, so that's going to be in that last chorus bit. I'm still getting used to palm muting with this bridge. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing basically all of today, just experimenting with heaps of this stuff in the Helix. When I discover some new things and I sort of dive a little bit deeper in, I think I'll make another video with a bunch of just cool tones. But I definitely think that this synth thing is like, you know, a cool thing that I didn't even realize the Helix could do, and I just found it randomly. It's a stereo delay as well, so it sounds really good through studio monitors. And I'm also running the Helix in the USB mode. So I'm not using any cables. There are no leads going from the Helix to the computer. It's all digital, I think 24-bit. Is it the same as Logic? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's good quality. It is worth mentioning, I'll just turn off that synth for a sec. It is worth mentioning that the stock cabinets, as everyone says, the stock cabinets in the Helix are not fantastic. I basically immediately bought one of the Ownhammer packs of impulse responses, and as soon as I started using those, the sounds that came out of this thing just like came immediately to life. So that kind of stuff is, I would personally recommend it. It makes a big difference getting some nice impulse responses, and they're not really very expensive at all. Like the core pack of Ownhammer impulse responses is like $29. So if you're going to spend this much on a unit like the Helix, you may as well get the best out of it by getting some nice impulse responses. Yeah, I'm going to keep digging, and I'll let you know when I find some more interesting stuff. See you later.